Leaders who share their knowledge for the betterment of the industry. The most followed, retweeted, and liked mortgage professionals. 50 most connected mortgage professionals. Brought to you by Remen Wholesale.
Hi, I'm Carl Markman with Remen Wholesale. We're incredibly proud of our history of educating and partnering with the broker and banker community to prepare you for what's next. We've always been committed to same-day turn times on initial underwrites, which allows us to earn your business each and every day. We're happy to sponsor the following program.
And welcome back to another episode of National Mortgage Professionals 50 Most Connected Mortgage Pros. I'm your host, Rick Grant. Today's program is brought to you by Remen Wholesale. Today's executive is Sean Cochran. He's the Director of Recruiting for Neighborhood Loans. Sean, you are one of the 50 top connected executives in the country. Congratulations and thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Well, first question, why? Why is social media so important to you and your business?
Well, of course, I'm in charge of recruiting. Social media is the way of the world. It's the best way to get in front of the most candidates in the shortest amount of time. It used to be that we would have to actually look up an originator or a loan officer, pick up the phone and call him or her. Then we got a little lucky and now we can at least email them. But if you can get your message out to hundreds, thousands, and in some cases millions of people at the same time, it's very important for me to do that. It helps not only myself and my brand, but more importantly, or most importantly, it helps Neighborhood Loans, my company, which is the main goal.
Well, that makes perfect sense. Sean, are you finding that when executives that your loan officers that you want to recruit come to visit with you, that they already know about you because of your online presence?
9.9 times out of 10. We, not only Neighborhood Loans, but myself, we do a ton of social media. Our company, both owners are relatively young chaps. They're in their 30s, and I do mean 30 and 31 respectively, if I'm not mistaken. So we buy in to the way that the world is going. Social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, so on and so forth. We're all over it. If you're anywhere within our shouting distance, Chicagoland, Midwest area, and you go on Facebook and you type anything about loans or mortgages, more likely than not, some of our ads are going to pop up. So we pretty much go really hard to make ourselves aware and branded in the online community. It's been working well for us.
I love it. Now, some people are worried about getting into it because they're afraid it won't work well for them because they don't know what to post and what not to post. What advice do you have for them?
The what not to post is easy. If you wouldn't say it in front of a client, or in my case, an originator or your boss, don't say it. You don't want to put too much personal information out there that's controversial. One thing I'm always going to stay away from is politics. You know how that goes. Recent election we just had, whether you were Republican or Democrat or independent, whatever the case may be, I guarantee you if you put something about there on politics, you are going to offend a good 40, 50% of people. So just don't do it. Anything about religion, I like to stay away from, right? And anything that's just going to be controversial at all. The do's is easy. You want to talk about your work, your successes, your family. That's fine. What your company has to offer that's different than others. All that's terrific. But again, if it's going to be mildly controversial, I would just stay away from it. The do's is pretty much everything that has to do with your company and things that are going well. That's what you want to post.
Great advice. Thank you, Sean. Now, one last question, and thank you for spending so much time with us today. People that aren't in social media yet, but they know they have to get there, what's your best tip for getting started?
I would say pick one or two social media platforms that you want to stick to. Mine is Facebook and LinkedIn. I would say LinkedIn first, especially for business, but Facebook as well, because everybody and their mother has a Facebook account. And you just want to start simply. Connect with people that you know. Try to connect with at least 10 new people a day. And you can always do things like integrate for instance, let's say your Yahoo email account or your work email. On Facebook and LinkedIn, you can integrate those contacts so that all those people will get a notification that says, hey, Sean's now on LinkedIn or on Facebook. That'll get you started with at least 50 or 100 or how many other friends and connections you have. And what you want to do is you don't want to spend all day on it. I do at least 30 minutes a day. It's not a ton. And you want to make sure you do at least 1 to 2 posts a day consistently. Make sure they're professional. Make sure they're about work. It could be a joke or, a poster or something, but as long as it's in good taste and it's business related, right? But don't spend a ton of time on it. Do it consistently 1 or 2 times a day. Connect with people you know. And most importantly, put information out there that's going to further your goal, right? So in my case, I'm a recruiter. I want loan officers to come work here. So I'll put things like, hey, Neighborhood Loans are sponsoring this event. Or look at this loan officer, he or she just closed another loan, right? We want to, it's kind of happy, joy stuff, but it's repetitive and people will see over time, gosh, hey, this guy, Sean, is always posting great stuff about neighborhood loans. And the hope is that if and when they get to a point in their career or their job where they're looking to make a move, that they just remember, let me call that Sean guy. He's always posting great stuff. Let me see what neighborhood loans is about. That's the whole goal. It works. It works well. And I've been able to get some pretty good solid recruits just from people seeing me online first.
Awesome. Great advice. We've been visiting today with Sean Cochran. He's the Director of Recruiting for Neighborhood Loans. Sean, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me. You guys have a good day.
And thanks to all of you for watching. Until next time, I'm Rick Grant for Mortgage News Network.
What's the ultimate measure of a wholesale lender? Commitment. Remond Wholesale is committed to our broker partners. It's why we provide a huge educational platform offering everything from webinars to seminars to individualized training tools in the program you just watched. We understand that our role is to make you look great in front of your customers and referral sources so you can earn more business and increase your income. Find out more at RemondWholesale.com.
This is Mortgage News Network. This is Mortgage News Network.